where you came from.
Who are you?
Not on a service.
Zoe Saldana steps out of the shadow of the secondary character or love interest and jumps smack dab right in the middle of the action. Hello to everyone out in cyberspace. I am film critic Nick Yakabuchi, as always, for the website RealScreenReviews.com, and our next movie review is the actioneer Colombiana. This action drama opened a nationwide release on Friday, August 26, 2011, and it stars the beautiful Zoe Saldana, Michael Vartan, Cliff Curtis, and Lenny James. This film comes to us from writer Luc Besson and director Olivier Megatin, the latter having helmed many French films that I won't even try to pronounce, as well as The Transporter 3 with Jason Statham. This time around, the filmmakers definitely upped the ante over the nonsense known as the Transporter films. Now our story begins telling us how a South American drug lord and his always trusted underboss have had a major fallout, and the ensuing violence is right around the corner. The underboss is also the father of our heroine, Catalea, and he attempts to save his family but can only manage to hold them off long enough to save his only daughter. She soon escapes to the melting pot known as the United States and is reunited with her uncle and grandmother. As Catalea becomes educated with book smarts in the school system, her uncle Emilio will educate her in the street smarts of becoming one of the world's most deadly assassins. Now, before we reach the end of this feature, Catalea will take on the federal government, Colombian drug cartels, the spooks of the CIA, and that's all in addition to her day job, which is killing people. Well, people, I'll start with the most obvious place. The movie works because Zoe Saldana holds this film together pretty much the whole time. The character of Catalea that she brings to the big screen is really quite an anomaly. She is polite and will apologize to you in advance because if you do not do what she asks you to do, she will kill a member of your family every week until you do. I thought that she was much more exciting and realistic than Evelyn Salt from last summer, and she is also out and out a better assassin than the mechanic from back in February. Killing in this occupation is a game to her, and she had so much fun with it she reminded me of Laura Croft in some spots. However, something else that also makes her credible is that she's flawed in the fact that she can't see the long-term effects of her actions until it is drastically too late. Now, I will tell you that Colombiana is pretty much a straightforward film in the same style as Taken or From Paris with Love, but that's not a bad thing at all. It is actually much better than the Travolta Paris film, but comes up short when comparing it to the likes of Liam Neeson's brilliant Taken. Then Michael Vartan, who I've always liked going all the way back to TV's Alias, shows up as a love interest that truly brings dimension to a character that could have easily been forgotten in the hands of a lesser talented actor. And then Cliff Curtis and Lenny James cement the on-screen talent by rounding out nothing but a strong cast and bring believable drama to the parts of the story when bullets are not flying. Now, there were a few spots in the film where I think they take the suspension of disbelief to a whole new level. There was a plot line dealing with a photograph and how the FBI was able to track it to her. Well, this was so movie convenient that it reminded me of the scene in The Fugitive where they decipher Richard Kimball's location simply by listening to the tapes one time. Also, at the beginning of the film, when Catalea is only about 8 or 9 years old, well, she makes it halfway around the world with so few bumps in the road you'd think that she was a travel agent. Finally, and I'm nitpicking here, they could have pulled the camera back just a little bit during the hand-to-hand fight sequences. It's like I was sometimes watching an overly aggressive Paul Greengrass film. But this movie is thrilling in many spots, and it invites you to become more engrossed in the drama as the tale plays on. Columbia has substance. The scenes with her uncle work and are some of the film's best. The sequences of action are extremely well done, and the segments with her and her lover complement the drama perfectly. This is kind of the same tale of vengeance that we saw a few weeks back with Conan the Barbarian. However, this film adds a few things that that film left out. That would be a story, a plot line to follow, and talent both in front and behind the camera. For those 3 reasons, I will gladly give Colombiana 3 stars out of 4. And remember, people, I'm not always right, but only when it comes to the movies. And thank you very much for your attention.